Hello, my name is David Wortley, and it's my great pleasure to be able to deliver this talk to you this afternoon on the impact of AI and the future of humanity. I want to put the development of AI into a historical context and how AI has developed and become effectively the foundation of the fourth industrial revolution. But to understand how AI is likely to affect all of our futures, I think it's important to try and put it into a historical context to illustrate just how amazing this period of history is and how important it is for you to understand the impact of AI on all our future. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and my presentation with you. And I'll share the sound and the audio. And so you should now be able to see my presentation screen. The title is Impact of AI and the Future of Humanity, and I've used a subtitle of 21st Century Luddites, Etidduls, and Ludditetidduls. I'm going to explain in a moment what I mean by these terms, but underneath you'll see pictures of a number of different trades and professions which are being and will increasingly be impacted by developments in AI. And at the end of my presentation, I hope to get you to ask the question of yourself, where do you see your career options and prospects as a result of what I'm about to share with you today? So what are Luddites, Etidduls, and Ludditetidduls in the information in revolution 4.0? And I show this picture of me as a person split in half. On the left-hand side, as I'm looking at it, that is a picture of me, but on the right-hand side, it is an AI modified picture. So a Luddite is someone who is opposed to or worried about the impact of technology on jobs, livelihoods, humanity, the economy, environment, and the society. In other words, they're very worried about the impact of technologies like AI. But on the other side, the Etidol is someone who is demanding better, faster, more accessible technologies to make their jobs less demanding, to create new jobs, boost the economy, and improve the quality of life for everyone. And that's what I would call an Etidol. Now, the problem is that I am both. They're almost opposites or mirror images of each other. So I am a Ludditetidduls. So on the one hand, I'm very worried about the impact of AI and what it means for all of us. But on the other hand, I keep using AI more and more, and I make good use of any developments in AI to make my job easier. And I want to show you some examples of later on in my presentation of how I actually do that as a way of illustrating the current state of the art with artificial intelligence. So I'm a Ludditetidduls. So looking at why AI is being developed, why do we constantly try to improve technologies that are used in our everyday life? Well, I wrote a book about this very thing in 2012. It was called Gadgets to God, and it was meant to reflect our changing relationship with technology during my lifetime. Because as a baby boomer born in 1949, I have witnessed some of the most profound and amazing changes in society, business, commerce, education. Every aspect of society has changed within my lifetime. And in that time scan, we have shifted from thinking of technology as a gadget that we harness to improve our lives into having a relationship with technology which is very little differentiated from our relationship with God. We've been increasingly relying upon it, and it shapes our lives and we spend more time communing with technologies like our smartphone than we do with our deity. So human beings have always used their intelligence to devise machines which overcome our physical and mental limitations, both in space and time. And those limitations are the fact that we are physically limited in strength. You know, we would never be able to build a house by our own or lift up a car or even heavy weights. And we're limited also physically in the speed at which we can travel, walking, running, whatever. We're also limited, naturally, in how many people we can reach and have a relationship any one time without technology. And we cannot travel through time. So all of our human development, our quality of life, wealth and environment have all come through development of machines and the technologies designed to overcome these limitations. So within the space of my lifetime, humans have effectively overcome all of these barriers. But what does that mean for the future?